Air signs, here are your messages for today. Okay, I am getting the three. I'm getting the three, our beautiful Empress in the upright. I am getting the Hierophant in the reverse and Queen of Swords. All right, so this is a beautiful combination here because I feel like overall, air signs, I feel like a lot of you tend to, you know, question the status quo, right? And that's great. So with this combination, I feel like a lot of you are being called to really nurture those creative endeavors, that creativity, that side of you that you really want to come out and show and share with the world. Now, the only thing here that I see is that I feel like some of you might either be constrained or stuck not wanting to share this because maybe you feel that they're, the norms or society, or maybe you feel like your art, your creativity, whatever it is that you want to share, your talents, your even your logic, your mind, all of that, the way that you express and you carry yourself. I don't know why, but I get the feeling like you think that it's unconventional and it's different from what the traditional, what society sees. And it goes against maybe certain norms, or it's just basically, to put it in simple terms, it's different, or it just it's you, maybe you feel like, hey, I don't really think that this society or companies or people would approve of my art, or they would approve of my beliefs, or they would approve with what services I have to offer, or they wouldn't really go with my way of thinking or whatever. So I feel like right now, air signs, you're being called to really nurture this. Go for it. Don't conform or don't get stuck in this dogma where it's like, oh, I have to play by certain rules, or I have to be limited or constrained in a certain way of living or certain way of being, or I have to stay in this job because this is what is expected from me, from my family, whatever. Like, be okay with doing things differently. So that's the big message that I'm getting with this card. So yeah, anyway, to add a little bit more about this combination, I feel like you really need to trust your judgment, even if it goes against the, norms and traditions and all of that. Just trust yourself and put in more effort, put in more work onto this. You will see growth, yeah, so just trust your abilities, trust the knowledge that you have, even if it looks different, even if others will not agree with it. All right, so now I pulled the Ace of Cups and the Magician in the upright. Ace of Cups is in the reverse. So this tells me, air signs, that there is a lot of emotional disconnection. I feel like right now, a lot of you feel either blocked, or you're having a really hard time communicating whatever your feelings are. It could be at work, it could be with your partner, it could be just in general in life. Like, I just feel like you guys have a really hard time really expressing. It's not the way that you express yourself, it's just more like the fact that you guys struggle with clear expression of your emotions in a way that you really want. Like, I feel like air signs tend to communicate, but sometimes it comes off in a defensive way. And I know that you're attempting to really be heard. But in that, sometimes the message gets lost. Like, what was the whole point of this conversation? Do you get me? Like, was your point met? And I feel like sometimes you guys struggle with not actually expressing yourself, but like maybe there are things you hold back, or I feel like there are times when you guys are disconnected with because there's so many different things you want to say, you become a little bit disconnected with the intention of the message or the purpose of the message. Does that make sense? But you guys have complete capacity to do that. You know what I mean? But I feel like air signs sometimes are more, I guess, focused on being heard rather than being understood. Is that something that, I hope I'm making sense? You know, you want to make sure that the people are hearing you, right? And they know that you're speaking and that you have something to say. But sometimes that overpowers the original thought and the feeling that you were trying to let others know. Now, my recommendation for you guys, earth signs, with this combination is really, tapping into your power, really trying to find ways to heal. And first of all, to be able to express yourself emotionally, okay? Because you have all the capacity, the potential, and ability to express yourself emotionally. But I feel like right now, emotionally, you're feeling a little disconnected, and either and I feel like because of that, maybe you're unable to move forward either with finding solutions in a particular relationship or marriage, or expressing yourself appropriately, maybe not voicing your concerns or voicing your needs when you should, stuff like that. So that's the overall message that I'm getting. Now, I also got the Three of Cups here. The Three of Cups tells me that there is a potential for overindulgence, my air signs, okay? We need to take a step back and reassess, where are we investing a lot of our time, our energy, our attention, our focus? And could that be the reason why we are right now a little bit stuck, a little bit blocked, and unable to be in this magician, confident, manifesting power? So let me talk about this one a little bit more. So when I get this card, to me, it seems like there is a strong emotional situation that is depleting you, that you're giving too much energy to. And because of that, I feel like either there's not enough for you left, or it could also be that there are things that you aren't bringing to the light, bringing to the table, that you're holding back on. This could be like family matters. It could be things at work or with your relationship, where I feel like you're holding back. You're not sure if you should communicate these issues with a particular partner or with family, because either, and you repress them sometimes because maybe you're afraid of, backlash. You're afraid that, they're going to hurt you, that you won't be able, that you will feel misunderstood, right? So I feel like a lot of emotional, you guys are boxing in a lot of emotions here. And unfortunately, because of that, I feel like a lot of you air signs are in this energy right now of being called, really being called to nurture yourself, to really speak up, to really communicate effectively, not just for the sake of communicating, like make it with conviction, make it clear, not confusing. If it's confusing for the other person, if it's confusing for you, there's no way that your message will come across clear. Be very, very clear about what it is that you want to say and how you want to say it before you even speak. Because I feel like a lot of the times with air signs, you tend to just, it's very scattered. So please take your time, communicate effectively, take your time, plan it out. Don't hold back, and please tap into this power. Do it with clarity. Start creating, start being emotionally vulnerable. Okay? Best of luck to you guys, and let me know how this message resonated for you, air signs. Bye.